Assalamu alaikum, my dear children, and a very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are safe and healthy at your places. I am over here again with the new topic which is present on your screen. As you all know, we have started our second chapter, multiples and factors, and we have already done with the two topics. The first one was the rules of divisibility, and the second we have done multiples and factors. Now the third one is present on your screen, that is prime and composite numbers. So in this lesson, you are going to able differentiate between prime and composite numbers. But before that, I'm going to tell you what are the meanings of prime and composite numbers, what these two terms basically are. And then we have to do a small activity over here in which you are going to learn how to identify and list all the prime numbers within a given range of whole numbers. So let's get started now. Over here on your screen, the first one is prime numbers. What are these prime numbers? A prime numbers has only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. Now, what they are saying actually, if you can see, I have highlighted the word factors over here and with the division sign as well. It means, if you do recall the meaning, the definition of factors, I told you in the previous lesson that factors, what are factors? When the two numbers are going to divide in such a way that there will be no remainder at all, they are said to be the factor of that number. For example, if I ask you what are the factors of 4, another way in which table 4 is going to come. So the number 1 is 1 itself, 2 and 4. That means 4 has basically 3 factors over there. So a prime numbers has only 2 factors. That means a prime number is that number which comes only in 2 table. And what are those 2 table? One's table and the number itself. And then they are saying that prime numbers must be greater than 1. The other condition is that they are always greater than 1. I have written some of the examples over here. Just consider 2. 2 is a number which comes only in his own table or in the table of 1. In the same with 3, 5 and 7. These are, and so on. And these are all those numbers which comes either in their own table or in the table of 1. That's why they are saying these numbers have only 2 factors. That means they only divide by themselves or with the 1. And they all are greater than 1. Next we have composite numbers. Before moving towards the composite numbers, understand the word composite. Composite means made up of distinct part or several parts. In the same way, composite numbers are those numbers which have more than 2 factors. More than 2 factors means composite numbers are those numbers which are made up of several tables or several factors. Just for example, 18. 18 is a number which comes in these tables. That means the factors of 18 is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. That means 18 is made up of these tables. These are the factors of 18, more than 2 factors. Then 20. On the other hand, 20 also comes in 1's table, 2's table, 4, 5, 10, 20. That means total 6 factors of 20 are present. So composite numbers are those which have more than 2 factors, and prime numbers are those which have only 2 factors. Next, there is an activity over here, children, that you have to find out all the prime numbers from 1 till 100. This activity you are going to play with me, and I am going to help you in this activity because it's very simple. What you have to do for this activity, you just have to open your countdown, page number 25. On page number 25, you can see small 10 by 10 grid is present over here, and in this grid 1 till 100 numbers are written. You just have to open this page and you have to follow these instructions. Don't worry at all if you don't have the book right now. What you will do, you can take any of the blank paper, draw 10 by 10 grid like this. That means 10 columns and 10 rows. Write down the numbers 1 till 100 and then follow these instructions with me. I am giving you some time. I hope you all are ready now. What I have done, because I also don't have the book, so I have done the same. I have written these numbers 1 till 100 over here, and now I'm going to follow the same instructions which were present in your book page number 25. So the step number 1 is that you will leave the cell or the square containing 1. Why we don't have to do with this 1? Any idea? Okay, let me tell you. 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number because 1 only comes in its own table. So we cannot say that it's a prime number. It is not a composite number as well because 1 doesn't have more than 2 factors. 1 and 0, these are the two numbers in your counting that are neither prime nor composite. So we have to leave this one and you have leave this one and we have to move towards the next number, that is 2. Okay, after leaving 1 we have to move towards 2. Then step number 2 says that 2 is a prime number. Yes, 2 is a prime number because 2 has only 2 factors. Either it comes in its own table or in the table of 1. They are saying that you have to leave 2 and except for 2 itself, color all cells containing multiples of 2. So I'm going to color all the multiples of 2, the numbers which comes in the table of 2. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I have a quick method for this also. I know that the multiples of 2 ends on even numbers. So I'm going to directly cut the whole row which has the even number 2. Then the second even number 4. Then we have this row 8. And the last one is 0. In this way, we have done with the multiples of 2. The next instruction is 3 is a prime number except for 3 itself. Color all cells containing multiples of 3. So we are going to find out the multiples of 3. Leave 3 as it is. And now multiples of 3. In the multiples of 3, 6 is the first one. 3 2s are 6. So we have already done with that. So move towards the next 9. Then we have 12 already done. 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, after 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, then 72, 75, 78, 81, 84, 87, 90, 93, 96, and 99. We have done with the multiples of 3 also. The next instruction is that you have to leave 5 and you have to color or cross out all the multiples of 5. What is the most easiest way of finding the multiples of 5? If you remember, we have done in the rules of divisibility. Anyone remember what was the rule of the divisibility for 5? The numbers which are ending on 5 and 0. So just quickly cross the row containing 5 and 0. We are going to cross out this whole row and this whole row again. We have done with the multiples of 5 as well. The last instruction is that you have to leave 7 because 7 is a prime number. Except for 7 itself, color all or cross out all the multiples of 7. So we are going to start with 14, but 14 is already done. The next is 21. 21 is also done. 28, I hope this is also done. 35, 35 was left. Nee, it was already done. 42 is already done. 49, then 56. Where is 56? Yes. 63, 70. We have done with 70, 77. Where is it? 77. 84, 91. And the last one is 98, which is already done. Now, my children, look at your chart for a while. There are numbers over here which we have crossed once or either several times, but there are some of the numbers which we haven't touched even. They are uncolored or we haven't crossed them. Okay, so what we conclude over here, the numbers which are colored, they are composite numbers because they have more than two factors, and the numbers which we left uncolored, actually leave this one, so we are going to put the cross because one is neither a prime nor a composite. Now except for one, the numbers which are left uncolored, they are prime numbers because they have only two factors. Now children, what we conclude from this, we conclude that the numbers which were uncolored are the prime numbers and the numbers which were colored are the composite numbers. So after this, this was a conclusion. After this over here, I have already made a list for you, the numbers which were prime numbers and the numbers which were composite numbers. But you are not going to look at the list which I have made it over here. With the help of your activity which you have done, you have to make a list like these which I have done it over here and then recheck your work by your own self. I hope you understood what I was trying to tell you about the prime and composite numbers, but for better understanding, you have the same activity on page number 25. You can do it again over there, and then you have this topic on page number 23 and 24 in your countdown as well. Kindly go through those pages and do the example questions which are present in your book. Best of luck, my children.